Indeed, if a meaningful nail in the cup, it will just be another nail in the coffin of the Constitution, which is supposed to be our most powerful weapon against injustice and for human development of our peoples, but which largely unimplemented. Not only that, there are even attempts to amend its economic and education provisions to serve foreign interests and in the process open the door to new opportunities for transactional legislation. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Chris. We'll hold our follow-up questions for the moment. I'd like to give way to the opening statement of Senator Erwin. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Mana-mana, tiba-tiba, tila ba nagiging pamana po ang posisyon sa gobyerno na ipapasa mula sa isang henerasyon ng pamilya patungo sa susunod. For decades, the concentration of political power in the hands of few families has raised question about fairness, inclusiveness, and integrity of our democratic system. The framers of our 1987 Constitution foresaw this danger. That is why Article 2, Section 26 of the Constitution expressly provides the state shall guarantee equal access to opportunities for public service and prohibit political dynasties as may be defined by law. At the heart of the problem, however, lies a constitutional gap. The provision itself is not self-executing. Ang ibig pong sabihin nito, the prohibition is clear but the mandate is incomplete because Congress has yet to define through law what constitutes a political dynasty. Ano ba talagang ibig pong sabihin ng political dynasty? Paano ba natin ito bibigyan kahulugan at mapatupad sa paraang makabubuti po sa ating bayan? We must wrestle with difficult questions. Up to what degree of consanguinity or affinity should be considered a dynasty? Does it cover only elective posts or should it also include appointive positions? Kung ang isang miyembro po ba ng pamilya nasa executive at isa naman ay nasa legislative or judiciary, political dynasty na ba itong may tuturing? Should the law apply only to simultaneous holding of power, sabay-sabay, or also to succession, sunod-sunod? Tatay, asawa sa legislative, anak, apo sa isang probinsya, sa isang bayan? Should we draw distinctions between the national, local levels? And most critically, ano po ang implikasyon sa karapatang bumoto at karapatang tumakbo ng bawat mamayan? Mahigit 3 dekada na po ang lumipas, wala pa ring malinaw na definisyon kung ano po ba talaga ang dynasty na ipinagbabawal. This vagueness has allowed the problem to persist. And let me be candid to everyone here. I myself come from a family of emerging politicians. That is precisely why I say this issue is not about attacking families, but also strengthening the institutions and giving every Filipino a fair chance of leadership. Ang iyong lingkod po ay handang makinig sa mga posisyon ng iba't ibang ahensya at manatiling bukas sa lahat ng panig. Our people deserve a political system that is open, competitive, and truly representative of the nation. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat din po, Senator Erwin, pati sa candor ng inyong opening statement. So we will proceed po with the hearing. Maybe we can go back to the inputs of Attorney Monsod. Attorney Chris, you told us kung paano nag-evolve yung thinking niyo about the anti-political dynasty provision. Kanina nga nabanggit nyo na at the start you were also considering paano naman din yung karapatan ng bawat mamamayan to offer himself or herself for public service kahit pa dynasty siya. Paano din tinimbang po nung framers ng Constitution yung karapatan ng mga botante mamili ng mamumuno vis-a-vis the prohibition against dynasties? Earlier or later in your thinking about it, hindi ba sa tingin nyo nasagkaan yung konsepto ng voter's choice?
I think I mentioned that some of my framers of the Constitution mentioned that we should give the voters the chance. But after a lot of deliberations, we said, and I guess I'll quote the three reasons why we decided to go ahead with it. Because number one, the exclusionary effect on a dynastic person is less than the exclusionary effect on many candidates who are poor or from humble backgrounds who do not have a chance against entrenched political power. Number two.
So you're giving more protection in law to those who have less in life.
Yes. That's precisely why my first sentence was, this provision is a social justice provision of the Constitution. Number two, the provision would complement and close a loophole on the term limits of elected officials. And number three, the call for a new social order based on social justice in the Constitution we are writing cannot be fulfilled without affirmative action mandated by the Constitution itself.
Thank you. Senator Senator Erwin would like to interject.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My question goes to Attorney Monsod. Tama po ba, sir, kayo po ay framers po ng 1987 Constitution?
Yes.
Opo.
Yes, sir.
My question, sir, is bakit doon pa lang po sa Constitution na in-specify na po ninyo, parang masyadong vague na po, ngayon nagkakaproblema na po tayo. Sa totoo lang ho, tatapatin ko ho kayo, hindi nahihirapan pong ipasa. Kasi paano naman po ipapasa yan, gagawa po ng batas ang Kongreso kung marami po sa Kongreso ang magkakamag-anak. Ang tanong ko po, bakit hindi po naisip ng mga framers? Did you at one point talk about it na ilatag na natin, to be clear, okay, bawal yung tatay, anak, asawa, etc. or bawal yung magpipinsan sa posisyon. Bakit hindi po nagawa? Ngayon nahihirapan po tayong i-apply itong batas na ito, sir.
Well, I think I also mentioned that earlier. The question is, bakit namin, why did we leave it to legislation as a definition of dynasty to Congress? Why did we leave it to Congress instead of putting it in the Constitution itself? And my answer was that the Commission thought that by including the mandate in the Declaration of Principles and State Policies, surely the Congress would enact an implementing law. We were trusting Congress to do its job. And that the extent and gravity of the problem may change over time. Today, we may need extended beyond fourth degree, first cousins. In later years, after we have gained political maturity, and I'm sorry, Senator, to say, we have not gained political maturity. In later years, maybe the problem may be limited only to 2 degrees or 1 degree. And we left that to the wisdom of the Congress, who are the representatives of the people. Unfortunately, that has not happened.
Madam Chair, that's just a follow-up question. Kasi po, Madam Chair, the problem is may nakita po kasing gray area. There's a gray area in that Article 2, Section 26. Itong gray area po, dito lahat pumasok eh. Inabuso po itong gray area because sinasabi po niya sa Constitution, it depende sa Congress. Lumalabas po ngayon, ayaw po at nahihirapan pong ipasa dahil may mga ko-kontra po rito. Yun po yung sinasabi natin. Kaya nga po, yung gray area na ito, doon pumasok itong mga families, itong magkakamag-anak. Kaya po, marami tayong ganito ngayon. Ngayon, we're having problems. How are we going to pass this law or make a law regarding dynasty kung yung Kongreso mismo ay magkakamag-anak, may mga relasyon po sila? That is the problem, Madam Chair.
Yes, we understand the problem. But the problem is not only about this law on social justice, on dynasties. The problem is that the heart of the Constitution is social justice, and it is not being implemented by Congress. And there are so many laws, like, well, one of them, of course, is party list law, which must be amended. Why? There must be an anti-dynasty provision there. Number two, there should be no limit of 3, right? By the way, this is also an error on the part of the judiciary. But there should be no limit of 3, because party list is a proportional representation legislation. Proportional representation. So what happens? Bayan Muna, for example, can have 1, but now they have what, 6 or 7. So we have about what, 170, correct me please, 170 registered in party list. It confuses the people. And then in the decision of the Supreme Court, Senator Tony Carpio mentioned that phrase that it should be the candidate should be a member of the party party or common place or whatever. That the phrase has a marked up record of advocacy, which enabled a resident of Forbes Park to represent tricycle drivers. So those three amendments on party law, Congress has not passed it. It has to pass amendments to the party list. So, sir, I can go on. I can tell you how much Congress has been short, has not implemented the provisions of the Constitution on health and education and 4 asset reform programs: agrarian reform, urban land reform and housing, ancestral domain, and fisheries. The Supreme Court even issued a decision a few months ago allowing large-scale fishing to fish in municipal areas. Supreme Court decision, despite the constitutional provision that preference should be given to municipal fishermen. I can go on the list, Your Honor. This is just one of them.
Yes, I can check with the committee chair, Senator Lacson, but I'm willing to guess there are bills filed in his committee on the amendments to the party list law. The minority leader would like to interject.
With the permission of the Senator Tulfo and the chairperson, I concur with most of what Attorney Christian Monsodos has manifested, except that one point wherein nagkulang ang Congress sa party list. To a certain extent, yes, sir, but not entirely. You see, in the 11th Congress, if I recall it right, Senator Raul Roco was chairman of electoral reforms. I was his vice chairman. He sponsored the party list law. I co-sponsored it. The law that we passed had only 8 marginalized sectors. That was farmers, fisher folk, seniors, youth, women, IPs, labor, and in IPs, urban poor. Yun lang po talaga original. Somewhere along the way, somebody petitioned COMELEC, and COMELEC, to a certain extent, allowed a sector that is not exactly within the marginalized. Kasi the law was limited to marginalized as mentioned in the Constitution. Tapos, nung merong nagka-problema sa COMELEC, somebody brought it up to the Supreme Court. Doon lumala. Doon lumala eh. Doon nabukas eh. Yun yung